Pick up. Oh, let's go. Yo, my slime. What's up?
Hello, yo, what up, boy? How you doing,
Uh,
man?
I was just calling because we finished watching Progression series.
How was it?
It was.
What is the rating on this episode? What's the critics say?
This is a 15 out of 10. When
It's a
you
banger.
when you flipped up Dark Contract with errors, I shit and pissed at the same time.
Oh man, bro, that's my specialty. I'm proud you adapted, dude. Yeah, I people were saying in the comments, they were like, if Alex didn't let on that he had something,
Then you wouldn't have
like
negated
maybe
it.
I would have hit the hot red. Nah, I'm better than that. Believe it, baby. I'm the new Yami Yugi.
I like you're like, show me that solemn. You show me the solemn, and he had to do it. Oh my god. It was damn good. It was an incredible episode. I love this DDD deck. It looks so clean. Oh,
It is. It's complicated, man.
it's really hard, yeah.
I realized words intimidate me.
Yeah.
The more words, the more scared I get.
Yeah.
Too much text on the cards. Mucho texto.
Yeah. It's also like I'm like, "Oh, then you do this, then you do this." I'm like, "This is not old DDD. This motherfucker does not have Gust King Alexander. He does not have Siegfried. He's playing with fucking 2 Thomas, 3 Nicola. We're working with what we got here."
Remember when people were like, remember the spreadsheets that people made
Oh
for
yeah.
this deck when it was like first out and stuff like that?
I don't know if this was like 9 months ago, so I don't know if I like to do like spring cleaning once a year, and I think last spring I found in like just a bin the spreadsheets. I had printed them out and was just like I would thumb through them on like buses and stuff, and I went back and I looked at them and I'm like, these are terrible. They just like they weren't remote. Like it was like, here's the 2-card combo to make Trishula, and it's like, who the fuck cares if you're making Trishula in Dryden format?
Yeah, do you think anybody spent the time to memorize those spreadsheets?
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
And I don't think they got rewarded for it.
yeah, I always think of like the knowledge that I'll be passing down to my kids, and it's
Yeah.
like I won't have any like probably interesting stories in my life, but my child will know what to do when they summon Zodiac Rapier. I'll
Yeah.
make sure of it.
I will say I'm now in a position where, the more things change, the more they stay the same. I'm once again memorizing combo spreadsheets for the fucking Snake Eye Fiendsmith deck.
Oh, you're on the Smiths? Are you playing the
Yeah.
main event at the Nationals?
Yeah,
You
I
gonna give it a
am, and I
shot?
think I'm gonna try hard. So I have to learn the stupid ass combos.
Are you excited? Are you like excited to learn the
Do I
combos?
sound
Or is it
excited?
just no, not really.
No,
Not
I'm
really.
excited. I'm excited. But it's I don't know. How do you don't play a lot of modern Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, right?
No, I've been kind of checked out of it. Yeah.
You're
I'm like
missing,
aware of it.
You're missing quite the format, dog. You're missing a
I'm
real
aware,
good one.
man. Oh yeah, definitely. What do you think of the Bonanza, the quarter century Bonanza set?
How long is the quarter century? Is it gonna last an entire quarter century?
Probably. Yeah, I was gonna say 25 years, bro. I can't wait.
I think the
Man,
quarter century Bazinga is real good. It looks like what, Rarity Collection 3? That's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, pretty much. I couldn't get it. Does anybody actually understand what they mean of like the 200 card nostalgia pull?
It's something like
Is it?
they wanted to make QCRs for like 200 like retro ass cards, and they were like, fuck, we got to put them all in here. So like one of the slots can be that, and like will only be a QCR from
somebody
that
said.
pool.
Yeah, somebody said like the list, like that for Magic. Like that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a good parallel. I think it's kind of cool, man. I wonder if they'll give Caius the full treatment. That would go hard.
I don't give a fuck about that. I care about if Diabellstar, Wanted, Bonfire, SP are in it, and at least one of those is in it already, so it could happen.
Yeah. Do you think, man? How long do you think it's gonna take for someone to complain about it?
Oh, people are already complaining about it. People are
No,
I've seen complaints already.
no.
I saw Frame One complaining out of John Moore.
No, not from House of Champs. What did he say? Something.
I'll have to look it up.
I don't know, man. Nobody's ever happy. I don't think Rarity Collection 2 is that bad in retrospect either.
I I feel the opposite. I said it was bad, and everyone was like, "You're just a hater," and then it was bad. Oh, here it is. Ready?
And I was right.
Numbers math market man guy here. Remember how mad people were at the $9.99 per pack for Rarity 2? The price of $5.99 makes this the more expensive per card than Rarity 2 or 1. Rarity 1.998 per card, Rarity 2 1.11 per card, Bonanza 1.198 per card.
Okay.
All right.
That's insane.
I think the
Insane
reason that
amount.
people disliked the $10 price tag wasn't they felt they weren't getting the same value. It was to buy a single pack, you needed to drop $10.
Yeah.
Just like that
I also
sucks.
think it's something to be said with quality of cards in the set too. Like, I mean, if you're opening nothing but bangers, that's like why I think Rarity Collection 1 is like, you literally, I don't think can say anything bad about that set. That might be one of the greatest sets in Yu-Gi-Oh's history.
RC1?
Every card's a fucking slammer in there. Yeah, RC1.
Maybe the greatest set ever made. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
200 cards invites a lot of junk 25ths, some of which I want printed for past formats and personal wants. If an equal, oh my god, he's just out here doing math. I don't care about math. Math is boring.
The junk
dude.
25ths, the 25ths became junk when they started putting them in everything.
Yeah.
Like as a promo. Like
Yeah.
I think like
You got the
man, I remember
25th Christia dog?
I don't. But you know, Bean Soldier, like when they first came out, he was really excited. He's like, I'm going to collect every single one of these 25th anniversaries because that's when we thought, oh, they'll only be in like the main sets, right? And then they're like, oh, we'll put it in Rarity Collection and we'll put in promos for the Megatins and it'll always be 25th, 25 forever, baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not reasonable anymore.
I don't know.
Hello, you good?
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh's hard, man. Yu-Gi-Oh's it's hard and it's expensive. The other thing is, for the first time in many, many years, I'm considering doing the thing for the WCQ where I purchase the cards on Friday and then I sell them on Sunday. Like, I can't believe I am back at the place in my life where I'm going to rent cardboard.
This guy is amped to go minus 60%.
Yeah.
you are amped.
I can't wait to lose
sell them.
$300 for a deck I get to play for 6 rounds. That's going to be awesome.
You can't borrow the deck from somebody? Nobody you know has spare cards.
Do you not have friends with bulk? What do you think I'm
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
for, chat? Do you think I'm looking for bulk? I'm looking for fucking Fiendsmith. That's the only guy I give a fuck about.
Get a sponsor, man.
Yeah, can someone please sponsor me?
Anybody know some teams?
Are there still Yu-Gi-Oh teams that sponsor people?
Oh, bro, you know who you should hit up? Oh my god, I know they got the
dude
money,
is
man.
Sam.
Ask those boys TCG fandom. They'll hook you up.
TCG fandom? I don't even know what that is.
Oh, you know what it is. You own an NFT from them.
Oh, you're right. Oh, fuck your TCG fandom. Oh, hell yeah. Wait a minute. Is this the one where I can buy Hani taking a shit on the blockchain?
Don't you have one? Did you steal one from them?
Whoa. I got one. I purchased one. I got to get YCS Richmond 2023 After Party by Carter Wicks. What the fuck is Carter Wicks posting him getting drunk at a bowling alley on the blockchain for?
Oh, I want that in my
That actually whips. Can I actually get this? This looks like a fan cam kind of.
They were at they have like after parties at all the YCSs, and I don't think you
maybe I'm just too
involved in it.
maybe I'm too old for it. I just I can't imagine a hell worse than partying with Yu-Gi-Oh players. You know what I'm saying?
I hang out with you guys, I guess.
I don't know if like that sounds like really mean, but I feel like it's like, hey, you want to come to the after party? It's like, no, I'm gonna drive home. What? No, not at all.
It honestly seems like a bunch of guys that already get together.
Yeah.
Just
It's like
they're
friends,
used
you know.
to like maybe invite a couple other people, make it a little bit more of a rager. It's just friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
I can't believe this thing is still a thing. Has anybody in
And the
chat
other thing is,
purchased
like,
an NFT from these guys? I gotta know. Like,
I have
be
to
real.
too. The new blood in Yu-Gi-Oh is like 20 to 23-year-olds, right? Like the Hani contingent. So I see that, like I was going to fun parties at that age, but I think now I'm just too old. I think now
Really, like a lot of the new players are like 21 to 23.
Isn't that crazy? They are, yeah.
Are you sure about that, or are you just kind of spitting? Like,
no,
'cause
it's literally true.
When did you start playing again? Like as an adult? We all
Oh,
played
as an
kids,
adult,
but
I guess I played again. Like I would say 2014.
okay. How old were you then, geezer? Age-wise,
2021. I was 2021. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, man. I guess the only reason I got in was my older brother. I started playing like 16 again. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's when I started getting into it.
I don't know.
I'm a youngin though.
Oh, these kids, they're too smart.
That's what I'm saying, man.
My brain don't work that way. It's like when the league players have to retire at age 23. I'm like, idiots. And now I'm like, damn, I really can't remember what the Fiendsmith does.
I don't know, man. I just look at Charlie Futch. That kid is a Dragon Duel god. Even Ryan, you Dragon Duel god. I was like probably picking my nose and playing my Game Boy when
they were like at
their
Worlds.
age. Yeah, they're like at a world championship.
How old is
man.
Charlie Futch? Let me find out.
Those kids are crazy, man.
Oh, he's not very old. He is. It doesn't say.
I think it's super, bro. It's crazy that you can like see the age on someone like DB Grinder just through like feature matches documented through playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Like you can capture this entire guy's life.
Yeah, that's
just
the
through,
thing.
Like, feature match articles.
How am I supposed to compete with someone like DB Grinder, who at this point has spent his entire formative years on duelingbook.com? You know,
at least your diet's probably better than his.
Well, I mean that is a low bar to clear, but it's sometimes I feel like the smash tweets that are like me showing up to go 0-2 at a local, playing round 1 against a 16-year-old who woke up at 11 and practiced 9 continuous hours for this 10-person event. You know, it's like fuck.
Did you I wanted to get your take on something, bro. You probably already talked about it on stream. Did you see the Magic the Gathering guy that went to like an RCQ?
Yeah. We talked
and, like,
about it a little
drew
earlier.
like 8 out of his 10 of his match. What's your take on like IDing?
I think. Oh, okay. So my take on IDing is that it's fine, but he didn't do any IDs.
I'm sorry. Repeat that. I think you cut out.
Like my take on IDing is that it's okay, but he didn't do any IDs. Like IDing is when you both have a good record and draw to both get into Top Cut, right? But like,
are you saying because his opponents just conceded to him?
Yeah, they just scooped because they were his friends. They were like, "Oh, here, I'll give you this one."
I guess. How does the RCQs exactly work? It's not like it's like a just pretty much like an OTS.
It's an OTS
right?
champs. Yeah, it's like an OTS
yeah.
champs. Yeah,
it's an equivalent.
The truth of that tweet is like, I can't believe I think it's funny that people were riffing on it, but the people who are legitimately mad, it's like, this is so low stakes. Like,
yeah,
imagine being like this pissed off someone got an invite in like an 8-man Winamat and they had to beat like Dark World and Hero. You know, is that
yeah?
that big
I was
of a deal?
about to say like it probably like is the equivalent of like qualifying for Nats for Yu-Gi-Oh. Like somebody made a comment that like the RCQ is not like an actual like competitive ground. It's more just like a barrier to entry to real tournament play.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I've
had throughout my career, I've had
sense.
people who were like, will ask me in rounds that could determine an invite. They'll be like, "Hey, do you have your invite?" And I'll be like, "No," and they'll be like, "Okay, you got it," and then leave. Like it's just like that's a classic Yu-Gi-Oh thing that happens. But you know, for some reason when it happens in Magic, it's the end of the fucking world.
I think it's the way he phrased the tweet too. Like he was
he
pogging
popped
so
off.
hard
The
for
fact
going
that he
301.
popped off about it is
like
so
he was
funny.
like, let's go ban this deck. I'm 301, baby.
Me when I
That
take
was
down a
crazy.
mid-sized local, you gotta ban this shit, man.
Man. You brought up how that's how all ARGs looked at. That brought back memories, man.
Ugh.
That was a huge problem at ARGs,
So-
the IDing.
Chad, if you're unfamiliar, ARGs were like a tournament, kind of like PPGs. They were an alternative tournament scene. But ARGs got a lot of pros, and for a long time it was almost just like pros were running the fucking table. And I remember late in ARG's lifespan, you could like purchase buys, right? And
I think so, yeah.
so you could like purchase 2-round buys, and then you would basically, and a lot of people had this happen to them, pros would just be like, hey, I'm going to top. Can you just give me the round, or can you draw with me? Like, come on, it's not that big of a deal. And like, you know, I'm not going to say that like occasionally there was money involved, but if you were playing against a pro and they offered you money, you know, there's already this external pressure to be like, well, the pro deserves it. And like, money's nice. So I know a lot of people who were like, yeah, that's fine. And then you could double ID, of course, to get into Top Cut from like an X1 or an undefeated position. So frequently professional players would show up, play exactly one round, and then make it to Top Cut. Like, and that made the entire series be like, okay, well, come on.
I just remember it would end up taking a lot of time because you would have to try to convince players that like, oh, you will get in with an ID. Here's like the math. You'd have to crunch the numbers. Yeah. And then also, if there's one person, God forbid, there's one person that wants to play the fucking game.
It's going to ruin all the rest of them. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone gets real heated all of a sudden, man.
Let me ask you, Chet. Let me ask you this. Let's say there's no... So obviously, I would never do this, and no one in chat would never do this because it is not legal under existing Konami tournament policy. But if this rule wasn't in place, what is the monetary amount of money it would cost you to give, let's say, an inconsequential round to your opponent? How much money would you accept for that round?
Inconsequential.
Yeah, just a random round at a regional, let's say. A lot
do
of people
I have any chance of
10,000?
Is there any chance that, like, are you talking like I'm 7-2 going into the last round and my guy's like, I just really want to get my invite?
Yeah,
like,
let's say that's the situation. Like, you're 7-2, you have your invite, you're probably out of Top Cut either way. In fact, you're certainly out of Top Cut either way. Your opponent goes, hey, if I get this win, I get my invite, can I buy the round off you? What is the number you're saying in a world where the incentive structure doesn't exist to get you immediately banned?
Okay. Not that I would ever do this, because like you said, it's abiding by Konami policy. I would never do anything against Konami policy. But theoretically, a nice $100 bill will make everything.
Hundo?
Okay. I think
you have way higher standards than me. I would like do it for a McChicken. I'm a cheap bitch. I think I remember people. I never took them up on it, but I remember being offered them as a like a broke ass college student and doing this thought experiment then and being like, oh, like $35 for sure. And these days I'm like, I really think there's no amount of money. I think I just have my principles are different now, and I'm like, no, dude, if you want it, earn it.
I would just like play the game. I'd just play the game. Like It's not that serious. Like if it really is for like literally nothing like that, like I don't know. I feel like it'd be silly. Just like play the game.
Yeah. Oh man. I almost had a similar discussion at the Philadelphia Regional because I already had my invite and I was going in and I was X3 after 9 and we were playing round 10 and I was like, this doesn't determine if I top or not. And my opponent was like new to the game and I was like, shit, if I give them the round, I bet they get their invite. Like that could be really exciting for them. So we had a discussion and I tried to suss out like what they were here for. And they were like, oh, I'm just here for fun. And I was like, okay. I was like, if they were here for their invite, I would have said, oh, you win. But
wrong answer, Jimbo.
Yeah, but he was like, I'm just here to have fun. I'm like, me too, bitch. Let's play.
I don't think I've ever had that proposed to me. I don't think anybody's ever asked me to.
No one's offered you a round for money.
No, I've played
that used to happen to me all the time. Not anymore, but like in like 2015 to 2017, like rounds were exchanged for money constantly.
For Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's a lot less incentivized for Yu-Gi-Oh because again, prize support
is so bad. Yeah.
But like
what you're gonna pay for a round so you can have the clout of top 8ing a 200 regional. Come on now.
Can you ban that guy? Gage is never good enough for that record to happen. Can you
easy.
remove that guy?
See you tomorrow, buddy. Highest offer. I was offered not high. I think I was offered $50 once for a round. Is the highest.
I just don't see the worth of it. Like, oh, you got the playmat? What do you? Unless you really want the playmat, save a couple bucks on it, I guess.
That's a nice dinner. I'll take it. Well, this was $50 in pre-COVID money. It would be like 2015. So that's probably like $800 now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh man, dude.
Have you seen the video where Hungrybox does this at an event? He like he shows up at a Smash event and he pays every single person and is like, "Hey, can you give me the round? I'll pay you it because it's legal under the tournament policy." And he gets all the way to finals doing this.
Hungry Box?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. Does he really?
Yeah. It is a specific event. But he's like, I'm just gonna see how far I can push this. And so he's like offering people who are like, you know, eons below him, like, what if I give you like $500? Will you give me the round?
You know, well, to be fair, bro, Hungry Box is probably the best the game has ever seen for Melee. So if I stood up against this guy and I'm like, just here for fun, it was what?
The event was made to be a scam. Yeah. Like the whole gist was that you could do that, but it was funny.
Oh, that sounds so fucking fun. Because honestly, bro, like I said, if I'm up against the #1 player in the world, I'm gonna be like, yeah, just toss me a couple bucks, man. I was gonna lose anyways. So.
Ooh, we should do that for Yu-Gi-Oh. We should do like an event where you could just cheat.
Oh man, that'd be crazy. The Bandit Keith special.
Oh my! Whoa! It's coming together. What were you gonna say? Sorry to cut you off on this.
I forget. It probably wasn't anything important. I'm gonna watch that.
Easy. Cool. No one reads their cards. Who was? Speaking of Carter Wicks, we could operationalize the Carter Wicks cheat. My favorite cheat of all time was Isle Emergency Teleport for Cosmo, Wicked Witch, and Mask of Restrict, and they just open their deck, put Wicked Witch on the field, and Mask of Restrict on the field, and their opponent let them do it. Nice. He didn't. I call it the Carter Wicks cheat. He didn't do it. He saw someone do it next to him and was just like, did a double take. He was like, huh? It was like, what?
I always wonder if like old cheating techniques. I say old. They're still like, I guess, real, but nobody does them. Like marking cards, dude. Like,
yeah.
You ever think people really got away with that a lot?
Oh yeah.
You think so?
You know, it's weird. Man. I've really stopped caring about that kind of thing. And maybe it's because I've like gone soft, or maybe I think the community is less scummy than it is. But I'm always like, man, there's just no way everyone is trying to cheat at the same time. That just like, I know that back in the day it was really easy to do, and now I just feel like you get so much farther being actually good.
Yeah, I also wonder if it's like, is marking a certain card even like able to change the outcome of a game enough, right?
Exactly.
Like, oh, so back in the day I could stack my Heavy Storm. That'd be crazy, but
it makes your wanted draw really good.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. I think I take the same seat. I guess I just believe most players just want to play a fair game.
Yeah. People cheat to get wins they think they already deserve. I mean, truly, why would they do that when they can just offer 2015 Joseph $50? Wasn't that there an issue with early deck lists because the players were notorious cheaters? So yeah, when we were doing history, some of the early formats, we would have to avoid certain people who were like well known to be cheating years after the fact. Like let's just say X-Saber actually wasn't very good right before Edison, but somehow someone kept opening a 2 or 3 card combo.
Man, you just wanted it more.
Yeah.
They just wanted it more.
Shine Balls, baby. Yeah, Shine Balls I think was the last time that it was like super widespread.
What else did I have to talk about? Have you played Rush Duels recently?
In what context?
Just in like, I knew you were really, really on to that when it was like introduced to Duel Links. Do you think like now that Speed Duel is officially done, like that's gonna be the next thing that comes out?
So I haven't played it in Duel Links in a while just because I don't have time. But I am hoping against hope that there's an announcement at Nats that they're doing Rush. Like that's the cool thing that they announce at Nats. And I think it lines up. There's like a who is it? Robbie is completely convinced this is going to happen. And because he had like a source that said Speed Duel is being hung up. There is one more Speed Duel product that will be released, which we think is like a tournament pack, and then it will be replaced by it's something like they use the term like imported product or something, and it's like, oh shit, like it could happen. But the problem with Rush Duel is like there is now too big of a gap between us and the OCG. like they would have to do an American English style thing where they put a whole shitload of cards into our format, because it's not like TCG where we're like 6 months behind. It's like we're like 4 years behind at this point.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, would that be a bad thing, you think?
Well,
Like, I think it'd be
early
pretty
Rush Duel
cool to
sucks
explore.
balls, so yes, I would. I mean, it doesn't suck balls, but it's like solved, So
Yeah, I think that would mix things up. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I would fucking play the
Robbie's-
hell out of Rush Duels.
Yeah. I remember, man, Speed Duel was actually really cool. I like
was not
Speed
bad.
Duel. I think I did 1 or 2 side events for Speed Duel when it was like around, and that was a lot of fun.
Oh man! Oh,
It's
I
hard.
will say
they got a dedicated community that plays that.
that community of Speed Duel players that we like integrated ourselves into for that one YCS. It was like every single person widely suspected of cheating during a very specific period in Yu-Gi-Oh's history, and it was like, I know they're not cheating now because why would you even do it in Speed Duel? But like, geez, it's just like everyone who was like disgraced out of TCG was like, yeah, I could make this work.
One of the giant card.
Ugh. The Speed Duel, like, the problem with Speed Duel more than anything else was that in 4 years of competitive Speed Duel play, I would say the meta was just completely broken something like 70% of the time. It was like, in a 4-year period, there were like 5 tier 0 formats stacked up against each other.
Oh, so it's like modern.
Yeah. It's like the last 4 years of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Man,
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Is what it is. You plan on streaming tonight?
I am. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go live in like a half hour here.
Yippee!
Just a little bit of Master Duel, I think. Play a little Hearthstone after.
Yippee! Have you been enjoying Hearthstone?
Oh, I have been, dude. I don't want to gush about it too much. I really like that game. They had a little hiccups here and there. They just released a card that's like really powerful, like stupidly powerful. But you know what? For what it is, it's good. It's fun. I think it still is the most fun game to watch. I like
Hearthstone?
watching streamers play it. Yeah. It's just
Chat
exciting.
wants to know your thoughts on the Whelp ban.
Oh, it doesn't solve much. I think it makes there's like a druid deck. You bumped into stream actually the other day when I was playing it. That druid deck was like really oppressive with Splish Splash Whelp, which is like it's wild growth on 2 if you have a dragon. You know wild growth, right? Gain an extra crystal.
What?
Just look it up. Yeah, it's really simple to understand. Yeah, this card was
Oh my
like
God.
if you see it on.
Oh, I
turn
was like,
2
oh, if you
as
control a
druid-
dragon, well, yeah, it's really bad because you have to play like a
No, you
one draw.
just-
Oh,
No, you just have to hold it. Yeah, so like this was really oppressive. Like the win rate gap was like if you saw Splish Splash on 2, you win like 70% of the games. But if you don't, whoops, like you just lose. Like the mirror match was really, really bad. So they just temporarily banned it. They don't do that often. I don't think it solves a lot, but it's cool. We'll see other decks that are.
Chat said it
worse
was
on ladder.
released as a 2-1.
Yeah, so it was released as a 2-1, and then
Wait,
it was
they
nerfed
tuned
to
it
a
down. They were
1-1.
like, that'll solve it.
Yeah, they're like, don't worry.
That's the problem. Is the stats.
The 2-1 was really good though.
Yeah, I
Actually, like
mean,
the
why
one
not,
attack
you know?
mattered. It could trade into like some things really efficiently.
Oh my god.
It's a good game though, man. I'm still really enjoying like standard. And then the new expansion has a whole bunch of cards that are always getting announced. They're releasing a whole bunch of them every day. It's really exciting. It's about like it's called Perils in Paradise, and they're on vacation, dude.
Perils.
What's your
in
like dream
Paradise.
vacation spot? Like if
My
you could take a
dream
trip
vac-
anywhere in the world, bro.
You know, that's a good question.
You seem like a beach bum. I think you're like
I-
a beach bum.
I'm
right?
a little bit of a beach boy. I'll do whatever though. I'm down for whatever. When we were picking out honeymoon locations, Jillian was like, "Where do you want to go?" I'm like, "I don't care. I don't really have an opinion on it." How about you? What's your dream location?
I think I've like discovered a new dream, and that's like something that's big as the shaman class. I think it's like they're on an island vacation.
Yeah.
And like they have cards like based on like
Ooh.
volcanoes. And I was like, ooh, wouldn't it be really cool to like explore a volcano? I think like that would be something neat that I hadn't thought of before.
Ooh, that would be fun. Let's get like Mr. Beast style. Let's get like 7 or 8 Yu-Gi-Oh YouTubers, and we'll be like, we win on this private island to do Duelist Kingdom. Then we can write it
Man,
off.
like when we went and we visited the Tulum
Yeah.
and how like we took that tour and I almost fucking died.
Yeah. Chat, I don't know how open I was about this, but We went on it was me and Crush Cards and Jillian and Doug and his wife and Gage and Dan and Josh. And we all went on a tour of the ruins of Tulum, and it had to be like 105 degrees. It was muggy as all hell. And some of us were okay, but Doug and Gage, I think, were like actually legitimately quite close to death.
We got like towards the end of it, and like I was good for like a lot of it, but like there was nowhere to get water.
Yeah.
And when we were on there, and like we had run out, and I was like, it really hit me all at one time. But we were like towards the end of it, anyways. It's hot, bro. I don't know how people. Our tour guide was perfectly fine in that.
I bet
that
you
100
adapt.
Like,
you know, you live
yeah,
there.
he was
you
wearing
adapt.
like even long sleeves or something. It was crazy, man. I could never.
I don't know. It's kind of been like that in America for the last couple of weeks.
It's been miserable. It's been muggy over here.
You been outside at all?
I don't go outside a lot, bro. But for the few times that I have gone outside, yeah, it's like pretty muggy over here.
Yeah.
It's very hot. Alex, actually, I was talking to him. Did you see he had like record of 120 degrees? Like Las Vegas just had.
I can't believe he lives there. It rocks. At least it's dry there, you know?
Yeah, that's what he was just saying. He was like, at least it's dry. He's like, in the house, like with the AC on, he's like, I'm living large. I'm living like a king over here.
Hot take, can we move away from fireworks? Oh my god. This July 4th, I was so scared because I was like, it's super dry. It hasn't rained forever. Like, if there's fucking fireworks going the wrong place, I'll just burn down the entire city. Alex lives in like the middle of nowhere, so his house is like where people will go to light off fireworks. So he was just dealing with it all week. Ah, man.
I'm sure they light off the like extremely illegal ones too.
Oh,
the
yeah,
ones that are just like, because you're literally in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, just blow up El Diablo or whatever, bro.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite firework as a kid?
You know, I did. For when I was a kid, I really liked purchasing things with my own money. And so growing up, I really liked this it was a shitty little tiny fountain. It was called a happiness fountain, and they were a quarter. And so I would be able to like save up and get like 10 of them. And I'd be like, wow, look at all these cool fireworks I bought. And then when I got older, I got really into Roman candles. I thought those were so fucking tight. I love those.
I don't know if it's sad that you had to go buy happiness candles, bro. Like that's a weird
happiness
name
fountains. Yeah.
I remember I really liked there's these little tanks that you light up, and I would take there's these 2 tanks. They're super small. And you would light them up, and they would like shoot little bullets at each other. Yep. So I would just put 2 of them back to back, and they would just fire at each other and blow up.
Oh man.
Sparklers also went hard. But I remember I told Chad about a story the other day. My family stopped doing fireworks when we were pretty young because we had an accident that was really fucking scary.
Oh no.
You know bottle rockets, right?
Oh, I'm familiar.
Yeah, so we were my brother likes to fire off bottle rockets, and he was really into that. And he was firing them off on July 4th. You put them in the bottle, you know, they're a bottle rocket and they shoot out. Mm-hmm. Well, we put it in the bottle, and right before they fired out, the bottle tipped over.
Oh no.
And towards us, and it literally like almost blew up on my sister. Like she,
oh, no.
I'm sure I can ask her about it, and it was terrifying. So after that, we had to take a break on the fireworks. Play with only safer ones from there, sparklers, and that's it from now on.
There was always one kid among my friends who had like parents who were just a little too inattentive, and like he would get like M80s, and we'd just like throw them in the sewer and watch them explode and stuff. And I remember one time I was doing that, and one of them went off a little earlier than we'd expected. We were pretty safe with them, so it was still far enough away from us that nothing happened. But we all just sort of looked at like the crater it left, and we were like, if that had gone off a second earlier, it would have blown our fucking head off. And we were like, all right, we're good. We're all
you laughed about it. You said, ha ha ha, bro, that was sick. And then you said, let's go do something else.
Yeah, and then we all just kind of put him down, and we were like, yeah, that's the end of that.
All right, bud. I think I'm gonna get off for a little bit here. I'm gonna go live in a little bit.
Yeah. Let's hit me up. Let's do something in Master Duel.
Yes. I've got ideas. I'll put them on. I'll put you on them. Okay.
All right. We'll do
right.
we'll do conquest attempt number 7.
Oh, you know this time for sure.
All right. All right. You're not you don't really upload though. You're like Twitch streaming now, right?
I am. I'm doing a lot of Twitch streaming. That's where I'm kind of like putting.
It seems like it's kind of working out for you.
I have been talking to some very, very cool creators, bro, and you'll be seeing me do a lot more.
Can we get a teaser?
I'll message you about it. I'll
All
message
right,
you
okay,
about
okay,
it.
okay. All right.
I'll let you know personally. Okay.
Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye.
That's right. Gage is going to be an ambassador for the Bazaar. He has teamed up with Raynad to make a free energy device that the UFOs can fuck around with.